Welcome to Kyrgyzstan. This week on Nosler's Magnum TV, we have Magnum Hunt Club member Mike Babcock, the head coach of the Detroit Red Wings, my own brother-in-law. We're going to be hunting Marco Polo and Ibex in Kyrgyzstan. It's going to be the biggest, baddest adventure of all. I got a phone call from James Bryan one day asking me if I wanted to go to Kyrgyzstan and hunt Marco Polo and Ibex. And of course, I was very interested. I didn't know if it would work out in my schedule with my own outfitting, but with the NHL hockey strike, my brother-in-law had some free time. He coaches the Detroit Red Wings, Mike Babcock.
Okay, boarding pass, Robbie.
Istanbul, Bishkek. So the whole crew of us flew all the way across the world through Turkey to Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and our adventure began.
VIP service, $110 a person, so it expedites us through this long wait, and our luggage comes to us, so Ku's here and everybody, so.
How many years since this?
Since Soviet Union actually started to break down at the end of 80s, but officially we became separate and independent in 1991.
For me, with my employment, things like this don't come along, and with our strike, this opportunity, I just thought Marco Polo, Mid-Asian Ibex, a chance for an event, not necessarily hunting, to see a different part of the world, and I was ecstatic. This is awesome.
I'm hungry now. Johnny, salted cheese curds. It's hard like a job break, tastes like crap, but I don't want to salt this people. Like I'm gonna spew. I got nowhere to spit this cheese curd out. Bob, did you get our garbage bag, Larry? That cheese curd just about did me in. Tourist.
Good picture. Video.
He wants to see what they're filming, actually. Can you show again you play? Yeah.
Okay. Come here, you look. Watch this. Now, hang on. Look at this.
Whoa!
There you are, for a star. Looking good. Looking good.
Thank you.
It's good now.
That's way better than the cheese curds. Thank you. Every day, I gotta load this stuff up and take it, bring it back and forth. A lot of enterprise spinning around. Thousands of jobs and families working. Well, we're leaving the bazaar, the market. Great experience. I mean, all kinds of people from all over. Really neat stuff. That's the stuff you enjoy about traveling, and the hunting trips are as much about that kind of stuff as it is doing the hunting. Hey?
Visit the Magnum Hunt Club on Facebook to follow all of our adventures and to plan your own. Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Nosler Up Front and by Nikon, Scent Blocker, Magnum Hunt Club, Thompson Center Arms, America's master gunmaker, and Grand Slam Club Ovis, home of the Super Slam.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Brownells.
15, 12, 10-hour drive, we don't know. So we can't nail it.
Yeah, More than
He
10.
can't nail it. More than 10. Outfitters. We're all the same. It's 8 hours, it's 12 hours.
Mike?
So
I'm going with these guys again?
you guys
Yeah,
are
you
here.
guys, yeah.
We're in here.
We start off on our 12-hour drive, and I'm pleasantly surprised with the landscape. I don't know what it reminds me of. It's southern Alberta, kind of Europe. It's nothing what I expected. Huge poplar trees, creeks, valleys, absolutely beautiful. Lots of agriculture, a real pleasant surprise. The day was a beautiful trip.
You wonder how you can drive 12 hours anywhere, but... So how much is a liter here?
It's almost little less than $1.
A liter?
Yeah.
So same. Same for Canada.
We hit the mountains, and now we're hitting what I think Kyrgyzstan is, or I had in my head what Kyrgyzstan really is.
Look at this guy, rub. This is what you call a rub. I mean, they say it's the desert on top of the world, and they're not wrong, but it is so picturesque, and they're so high and so steep. The scenery is like nothing I've ever seen. The mountains and the valleys are grandiose.
We hit a couple, they're kind of border stops, military controlled, I think, more than anything. And we stopped there quick.
Probably should not come here, maybe? Well, we're stuck in Kyrgyzstan, right there. That's hunt no matter where you are, you're four-wheel driving. And we're four-wheel driving in Kyrgyzstan. The boys are coming, they're behind us. How far? They go around 5 kilometers? More? 2 kilometers around? Oh, there they are there. Got to make sure that we got a good path, because if we get both of these trucks stuck, then we're foobarred. And that little truck is a light little private use vehicle, it's not a Land Cruiser, so I've spent nights in worse places, but I don't know where we go for help around here. I guess it's probably about 15 miles back to a military crossing where we were, so hopefully we'll get out of here in a bit. Trying to find a good crossing. Here comes an army truck. That's good news. We should use his tire chains. There we go.
Pull us out, great people, you know, really kind of salt of the earth, good rural people, and shake hands, hit the road. They're looking at us wondering what the heck we're doing with all these cameras and that, but nice people, saved our butt, saved us a lot of time because it was just getting dark.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Gobble and Grunt Outfitters.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Blackhorn 209.
Morning we wake up and we get a vision of where we are. It's absolutely exact concept of what most hunters see. Marco Polo, rolly hills.
$130 grain Accubons on sheep, I think, is going to be very good.
Okay, Saku. It's a big one, 52 incher.
Bullseye. That's, you have to see. Okay.
a long little goat. That's absolutely incredible. You know? The last two sheep hunts, all we did was backpack and walk. You know, this is a little bit different. You could never cover this country though backpack. You never ever. Look at the distance we're covering. It's incredible. We're in for about a 5 or 6 hour ride. And when you get on these horses, it's nothing like horses in our part of the world. Their feet are smaller and they go up and down hills and across rivers like nothing you've ever seen in your whole life. And I mean, you're going down slopes and up slopes. It's extreme horseback riding, to say the least.
It's an unbelievable ride, but my legs are killing me.
How about the whole thing? Like, it's unbelievable. You know, I've been a lot of places, but I don't know if I've been a nicer place than this. Like, look at that. Look at that.
It's unbelievable. The cabin's a fixer-upper, though.
Oh, we'll be cozy. Yeah. Get enough of the city, we'll be cozy.
Oh, it's beautiful. Every valley was just like you just got to take the whole thing in and keep moving on. There's another one next valley. Unbelievable. That's sheep country, right?
Typical Ibex.
Greenie. Hi. We just tried it inside here and it's working. So I'll let you talk to Mike. How you doing?
You know, when you're more than halfway around the world like I am here in Kyrgyzstan, it's always good to keep in touch with people at home. Our go-to guy for Nosler's Magnum TV is Andy at Explorer Satellite. You can buy them or you can rent them, but they're a great device to have to keep in touch and for safety, of course, in that type of an emergency. You got a 2-week trip, rent them from them. It's worth it to have it. It's great peace of mind, and you can keep in touch with the fam or business.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Dunham's High Caliber Ranch. Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Echo 60 and Echo 80, only from Flexstone Game Calls. Argo Amphibious UTV starting at $99.95. Lockdown. Get organized, save time with Lockdown Vault accessories. Engel Coolers, a legend in reliability. The Gun Tool from Real Abbott, a shooter's toolbox in one compact frame. Campbell Cameras. Order your camera today and start enjoying the sport of filming hunts.
Staring down an African Cape buffalo at 40 yards, it lets you know you're alive. It's one of the most exciting moments in all of hunting. It's the least expensive of all the big five, but it still costs money. So if you're gonna do it right. Getting big dug boys for my clients. It's what I do. Magnum Hunt Club. Been there, done that.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by the Revelation Lighted Hunting Knives from Real Avid.
So we're hunting when we leave this camp.
Yep.
Nice. I like it a lot.
Let's catch up. Come on. Marco Polo, the great adventurer and missionary, he came to these mountains and he called them the rooftop of the world, and he wrote about the huge mountains, the beautiful country, and the giant sheep that lived there, and then that's where they got their name, the Marco Polo Rams. And I'm getting to know why he called it the rooftop of the world, that's for sure right now, because we're going through some stuff. It's just spectacular, endless, you know, water and beautiful crystal water. It's a remarkable. I'm really glad I came. It's so far, you know, I've been hunting Africa for a lot of years, and I forgot about places like this because this is the stuff, man. This is adventure. It's hard going. I mean, we're day 5 or something, and we haven't started hunting. We're still traveling to an area because we don't want to shoot mediocre animals, and Brian and Saku know that, so we're busting our butt, Mike and I and John, to get into some areas where we can kill some big stuff. Awesome. What you got, Babs? Ibex. Male? Oh, first time.
I say about 90 centimeters, so not quite what we're looking for, but still nice to see them. And obviously a long way off, and you can see them with your binoculars right here.
Many of them running towards here. Many of them I can see here.
Yeah, I saw them running.
Huge group of the Marco Polo.
A couple miles away,
The Marco Polo running.
there's dust, and I thought it was a cloud, and Saku says no, that's the Marco Polo running away.
That's typical here. Marco Polo and Ibex mixed country.
That's pretty typical in Saskatchewan.
Yep.
You see that a lot. Out in the prairies. They're just hanging, watching for danger, and we can go over here 300 or 400 meters and get a really good look. So we're gonna pack everything up and go look.
Yep.
You travel for 5 days, see no animals, and all of a sudden we're into a valley because we've gone a little farther, a little harder going than the average guy will go, and we're into them. Awesome. Bet you that's still a fraction. Yeah, there's 2 rams there together that are.
Those ones are 40. Yeah, definitely 40. They're not for you guys.
They're like pigs.
Sure.
Small rams, because they're taking advantage of this, pre-season, situation. That's why they're chasing those
Yes.
ones. And bigger rams are getting ready for the rut.
We'll keep rolling. Beautiful though. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
100 Marco Polo. Upon arriving at our hunting camp, the one that we're actually going to hunt out of, there's a beautiful big ibex standing right there across the valley from us. He's walking up the shale, and he beds down and he sits right down in a high little butte and stares at us for the rest of the afternoon.